Hello guys, Messenger of Death here. Welcome to Digimon Super Rumble Season 2, where I give you guys a much more experienced take on the game as I go through the game on a new account where I get Vmon and Dorumon in my playthrough. I'll be able to impart a lot more knowledge than I did in Season 1, and I hope you enjoy. So, I could just level up that way, and we'll do the blue quest on the screen while I'm leveling the other Digimon. So we can get some variety in what we have, I guess. And then we can decide what team we're going to rock as our primary. Do. I want to know what the best chance to get Skull Greymon is. I want a Skull Greymon. In terms of a virus Digimon, I want Skull Greymon. But I don't know whether it's Black Tyrannomon or Tyrannomon that has the highest chance of getting me a Skull Greymon. Because that was a Digimon that I really wanted in my first playthrough of this game. And I heard that we were getting Deltamon who can turn into it, and that's going to be how you get your Skull Greymon. And I wasted an evolution item. And you're very welcome, Luca. I wasted an evolution item. And, you know, I didn't get my Skull Greymon. And Skull Greymon is one of my favourite Digimon in terms of Ultimate Digimon. Like, when I remember back when I was a kid, when Digimon Adventure was airing, and I was watching Digimon, I saw, you know, Agumon turn into Skull Greymon, I was like, bro, he looks sick! And I've loved him ever since, like, you know. Some of the Dark Digivolutions in Digimon are just so flipping cool. And I'm a big sucker for skulls, skeletal looking things and stuff. Okay, we got Hagurumon piece, and now we need 20 of these, by the way. You want to fight the smaller ones, not the bigger ones. Because the big ones have much more HP. But yeah, it really was absolutely phenomenal. Trying to get a Skull Greymon would be great. So if I get a Skull Greymon, just thinking about it. Skull Greymon has poison, which is pretty nice. Poison move in this game. So if I get a Skull Greymon, I can get me a Lady Devimon or an Etamon, and a Meiotismon or a Neo Devimon. I will have an incredibly strong team in terms of a virus type for dealing with datas whenever we run into those in the future who can destroy our vaccine team. But I want to have a data team as well, like a proper functioning one. The problem with my other character was, when it came to my data team, I could petrify. But I had a Digimon and a Mercariumon who does steel damage, which removes the petrification. So it rendered my freezing of the Digimon, where I can petrify them and stop them from being able to move, useless. And then when it came to my virus team, I had a shitty Datamon who would basically ruin my Altismon's petrification every single fucking time. So it prevented me from using that strategy of freezing the Digimon so they can't attack and me beating their ass. You know, it really did ruin things for me and made me very upset because it was kind of wild how I just got unlucky with that synergy. I just didn't have a proper synergy for it. I just got screwed on both accounts. So while I was trying to take advantage of my Digimon status effects they could inflict, I had a Digimon pairing which would ruin it because I only had 3 data Digimon that were leveled up to an appropriate level. Actually, I had 4. I had Triceramon, but I'd already leveled the others up by the time I got it, so they were much higher level. So trying to grind my Triceramon up to catch up would have just took too long, and obviously I was trying to get videos out, so I didn't have the time to dedicate to it. So I'm hoping this time I can actually get a proper functioning team. I don't like last character where I lost to Skull Greymon. I'm not losing Skull Greymon this time. Like, I'm gonna do my best and make sure I take him down. Because we almost beat him. I was so gutted. I got so close to beating Skull Greymon. I was like, I'm gonna beat him, and he just got me. Like, the whole petrification thing just really allowed me to really wail on him, and I almost beat him. And I want to beat him this time. I can't let him violate me like that. I can't. Come on now. Yo, what's up, Bruno? Welcome back. Okay. I'm going to turn you into champion, and turn you into champion, and turn you into champion. That way I get my my SP back. We'll just fight a little bit. I want to buy some crowns because I need more inventory space. If you want to buy more crowns and you're really not serious about it, do so at your own risk. I know I bought crowns. I took the risk, but OBT Games, that's where I got mine from. Didn't have any issues. Do so at your own risk, though. Well, OBT Games is what a lot of people swear by being the most trustworthy. And they do have really good reviews. Like I said, you're always taking a risk if you're using a third-party site to buy your crowns. Always taking a risk. But, if it's your own account that you've made, you can change your password after they've gotten you the crowns. So, obviously, if they start screwing you over right away, like immediately, they would lose all the business, right? Because word has spread that that's what they're doing. The thing you got to worry about is years later, then potentially, you know, maybe somebody doesn't work for them anymore, and then you lose your account. But because you made your own Google account and everything, you can change your password anytime you want. So there's less risk to you, but there's still always a risk there. But if you are going to go with a site, and you do want to try one, a lot of people swear by LBT Games, especially in the official Discord. And that's the site I've used twice now. Within 24 hours, I've had my items, my crown items. So, and I haven't lost my account or anything, so. Again, do so at your own risk. But if you are definitely dead set on it, that's probably the site most people would use. Best method to pay is PayPal, right? Yeah, PayPal. Yeah. No, I didn't wait 24 hours to get it. I waited about 6 or 7 hours. They're in a different time zone to us. I think they're at GMT plus 8 or something. So, for me, when I placed the order, they weren't functioning in terms of operating hours, right? Because the 10 AM to 10 PM is what time they function at, basically. And when I placed the order, it wasn't in a time zone that they were actually technically open. So I had to wait like 8 hours or something for mine eventually. But they pretty much guarantee that you will get your items within 24 hours. So 24 hours is the latest that you will get your item, your crowns, basically. So it's within 24 hours. I just need to send an email with my account information, that's it. Yeah, basically. Once you've made the payment, they will send you an email saying we've received your order. And then you would have to reply to them in an email and send them basically your ID, so your username and what the password is. The only issue that you really have is, though, if you just signed up using Google and didn't actually set an actual official password for the account yet, you would have to do that first. And that requires you to go into your account on Digimon Super Rumble website, Click on your name, go into your settings, authenticate your account and change your password. Set a password down. And then once you set your password down, then place the order and send your details over. And then once you got your order completed, I would then go back into your Digimon Super Rumble account once they've given you your crowns. Change your password again to something. And, you know, then you're not got to worry about somebody sneakily logging into your account, basically. Because they won't have access to it. I mean, that's highly unlikely that something would happen like that, because they'd lose a lot of business, like I said. Sites like that rely on trust, but there's always the risk of future years down the line somebody possibly doing that, you know? So I'd definitely change your password after you've received your crowns, 100%. If you're sure that's what you want to do, Bruno, then, you know, like I said, up to you. I don't want to recommend it just in case anything goes wrong. But if you are going to, you know, willing to take the risk, then do so. If that's what you really want to do, it's up to you. Yeah, you just really need more inventory and other stuff. Okay, hang on. Right, Bruno, I wanna recommend a specific item to you right now in the cash shop. Instead of just buying straight up your inventory space, don't do that. Hang on, give me a moment. Wait for this to cycle again. Okay. This white box here. The white box here, get this. This is 4 inventory increases, so this is an 8 slot item. If you buy this item here, which you can find in this section of the cash shop, if I can find it, it's not showing up for me because I've already bought it, it seems. Oh no, it's just grayed out. Hang on, where is it? There, this item here. It's only 725 crowns. So, but you get 4 inventory expansion slots, 4 storage space slots for your chest inside of the starting area, inside of the Tandem Beginnings, and you also get 4 increased slots for your bank with Elecmon, where you store your Digimon. As well as you'll get 2 champion cores, you can guarantee any champion you want, and 5 0 units. So, if you're going to do that, you will have the same amount of inventory as me, because that's the package I bought, and I have pretty much max inventory other than this one line. Because it's part of the package deal right now with the event and everything like that, I would recommend buying that. Yeah. Because if you don't do that, you're going to be spending over 800 just on increasing these, right? Because it's 200 to unlock 8 slots. The backpack is 8 slots worth, and cheaper than buying these 8 slots individually, plus you get extra items. That is the one I'd recommend getting. In terms of other items I recommend from the cash shop, if you're definitely going to do this, this package right here. Reason why is because you get a guaranteed starter egg. You get an ultimate guarantee item, so you can guarantee any ultimate Digimon you want without playing around percentage chance. And you get some stuff to level your skills up. That's also quite cheap as well. It's only 1,500 for what you get out of it, considering an actual ultimate item is 1,900. Again, good package. Yeah. So, I don't know how much you're willing to spend on the shop, but those are the 2 items I see as the most value for your money right now out of the cash shop. This is also a nice package, but Depends how much you're going to spend, honestly. This is definitely priority number 1 if you want in inventory spaces. This item right here, only 725. But if you're going to have extra crowns left over and you have enough, this item here, I would recommend. In regards to the other items, I don't know if any of the others are really worth it. But honestly, you're getting more for this because obviously one ultimate item, 1900. You buy this for cheaper and you get more stuff out of it. Just like with this, you could buy all the storage spaces and the bank spaces separately, which will cost you way more crowns. But you can get this package and you also get 2 champion items for 800 each. Plus some 0 units and some Digi storage. Like, it's just a bargain package, basically. 10k crowns. I mean, that's a crazy amount of crowns. I got the 6k package in terms of crowns. I got 6,000 of them. I don't know what other items you might want, and I only know the items that I wanted for the sake of this account. But yeah, these two, the black box with the golden ribbon on it, white box with the red ribbon on it. These two, 100% get those if you are going to spend crowns, because what you get out of them. And if you really want to go for extra champion guarantee items, this package isn't too bad either. Definitely not as good as the other packages though in terms of value. It's only 1,000 for that. But as well as with 10k crowns, you could have crowns left over for something important if you want to get it. In terms of the Digi-Eggs inside of the cash shop, you'll see like 3 different types of Digi-Eggs. I wouldn't recommend spending on them. I'll tell you what each egg is in a second. But I just really don't reckon. Should I get Evoluted to get Mega Evo? Okay. Are you anywhere near the end of the story? Because if so, don't. You're going to be waiting a long time to get to Mega Digivolution. And it costs 2,000. You get free 2 Evoluters while playing through the story. In the late game portion. So I wouldn't recommend that. Also, I'll tell you what these are. So, this is apparently an egg that gives you an egg with max stats on it. In terms of what Digimon you get out of it with the bonus stats on it. Apparently it has the maximum amount you can get. That's what I saw in the Discord that somebody said. This is apparently Hagurumon. This is, one of these is Hagurumon and one of them is, Ultamamon. So I wouldn't recommend it, honestly. I wouldn't recommend these 3 items. In my opinion, don't do it. It seems something like, oh, golden egg, and what the hell are these? This is called a hard grower, so I suppose that's what it means is you get more stats out of the egg when you hatch it. Whereas these two, I think this says Sawtooth, and this one says Ultamamon. Tadpole Digimon. But they're not really worth it. You get 2 Evoluters going through the story, not 3 of them. However, when you beat the story, you get a crafting recipe to make Evoluters, which is going to cost you 0 units to make, and it's only a 10% chance. I'd wait until you beat the story, and if you're unable to get an Evoluter out of turning your 0 units into an Evoluter at 10% chance, and you're really that desperate, then I guess you could buy an Evoluter. That's up to you, personal choice. But right now, unless you're anywhere near the final part of the story, like the very end game in the human world, I wouldn't recommend buying an Evolution now. It'd be a waste of time. Save your crowns in case something great goes in the shop, or we get discount items or something. I know when they released Ultimate Digimon, the Ultimate items went on sale, and you could get one of the Ultimate guaranteed Digivolutions for like half price or something. There was like a special offer. I have a feeling in about 2 to 4 weeks from now we'll probably get a special offer with the Evoluters, possibly. I don't know. Hopefully they do. But yeah, I'd honestly wait. They may do like Christmas bundles or something, you know, where you can get them for cheaper. So just, I'd wait on the Evolutor. Honestly, I just don't recommend it. I can't recommend it. It costs so many as well. It's like what is it, like £6 worth for a single Mega Digivolution? 2,000 crowns. It's a lot, you know. I just don't feel like it's worth the price. I'd try crafting the Evolutors first once you beat the story before even thinking about doing that if you really that desperate. Yeah, it really is. 2,000 crowns is a ridiculous amount. That's why I don't recommend it, honestly. It is absolutely insane the amount they expect you to spend on it. Like, honestly, in my opinion, I was pretty much infuriated when I found out that it's a 10% chance to turn 0 units into an Evolutor. Because honestly, it will take you 2 to 3 weeks after you've beaten the game. So bear in mind, you have to go through the game and beat all the story content first, before you can even trade with Bancho Leomon. Then you'd have to wait 2 to 3 weeks, assuming you handed in eggs to the guy every single day. You can only hand in 1 item. So unless you're handing in eggs to Bancho Leomon, it would take you 2 to 3 weeks, even if you are. And eggs aren't exactly common. You don't get them all the time, you know. You have to wait 2 to 3 weeks just to be able to afford enough to buy 1 of each type of 0 unit, to then only have a 10% chance of crafting said said Evolutor item. Like 2 to 3 weeks just to gamble on a 10% chance is absolutely insane. The game devs have to increase the percentage chance of you crafting the Evolutor, in my opinion. Or allow me to give more items to Bancho Leomon each day, because that is taking the piss. Like, I was incredibly angry by that. I was really, really very angry when I found out about that. Like, it really killed my mood yesterday. I kind of like... I was supposed to be streaming this character yesterday, but I was just in such a bad mood. I didn't want to bring negative energy while I was streaming, you know, so I decided not to carry on. And call it a day. Which I'm kind of glad I did anyway, just purely because of the fact that, you know, my Vmon egg would be ready to hatch today and everything, so I was able to hatch that. And I can't wait for him to become a Vmon. I really can't. What do you think about the future of this game? Okay. If you'd have asked me this question before this new content drop, I would have said, I love this game. Phenomenal, great future ahead of it. With the new content drop, once I found out about the Evolutor thing with a 10% chance to get an Evolutor, and bear in mind, even with that 10% chance of getting an Evolutor, you are not guaranteed a 100% chance to get your Mega. Well, it's 5% chance of you getting a Mutant Digimon. 10% chance of a crafting item that takes me 2 to 3 weeks to gain. Then 5% chance of me possibly becoming a mutant on top of that. Like, now that you've asked me that question, with the new content here, with what they've done with the Evolutor, trying to force you to spend money on the cash shop if you really want your Megas, this is incredibly predatory, microtransaction-wise. I hate the gambling mechanic and making me pay for an item like this if I want to get my Digimon. I'm still not even guaranteed, despite this item costing 2,000 fucking crowns. Still not guaranteed my item to work and turn me into an ultimate, and you're charging me this much. 10% chance to craft this item takes me 2 to 3 weeks together. That is incredibly predatory, trying to make you spend money on the cash shop. So with that said, now that you've asked me that question on the new contents here, that's seeing a dark future, in my opinion. The problem with DMO is, by Digimon Masters Online, the game that everybody talks about in terms of being a Digimon MMO, is apparently we got disconnected. I don't have to do emergency maintenance or something. Okay, let me find out what's going on here.